on Saturdays. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952, Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Get all of your favorite restaurants delivered with VenueDelivered.com. One place for ordering delicious appetizers, refreshing salads, hot entrees, fresh sandwiches, and more. From Venue Restaurant and Lounge, Piedmont Bistro, and all Lincoln Good Sense Subs locations. Download our phone app to earn rewards on all of your carryout and delivery orders. Available on Apple and Android, just search for the Pillar Restaurants app. That's the Pillar Restaurants app. Download today.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
Acres, your John Deere dealers offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Welcome into the Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. We are back. We had our breakfast, heavenly waffles, insanely good.
Oh, my goodness, heavenly, as some would say.
That was ridiculous, bro. I mean, Bob, I'm not sure what his wife's name is.
Kathy.
Bob and Kathy, and they got another guy that's a chef back there with them to help them out. I mean, they are here. If you have even just 10 minutes, come by the station, the new station on 11th and O, and step in and get some of these heavenly waffles, man. I thought, remember the first thing I said, I'm going to feel like taking a nap. He goes, no, that's the exact opposite effect. Yep. They use, was it 40% yogurt in their ingredients?
Yeah, it is.
So good.
Guys, I had one. Okay. And everybody knows that I really enjoy eating, right? I mean, you can look at me and you
got
see,
a few more shows left.
You can see
I
that
enjoy eating too.
I mean, you can look at me and see that I enjoy eating. But when I tell you that I'm perfectly full,
yeah,
and
that's what's crazy.
Like sustained it, and I don't feel bloated, and I don't feel like fat after eating them, right?
Or
and there was a lot of good stuff on there.
Oh, man.
I mean, there were 4 different syrups on mine. There was a gravy on ours, right? There was bacon over the top of it. There was syrup. There was whipped cream. There was some sort of like powdered sugar thing with cinnamon. I was emotional. There was a ton of stuff on there.
You're rolling down your eye.
Yeah.
I mean, you ate it and you got finished. You remember, like that meme of, like what's that bear's name? Not Yogi the bear. That bear's always eating honey.
Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh. I felt like Winnie the Pooh in that meme. Remember, he's just rubbing his belly, just going like this back and forth. I mean, it was just, she felt like just, isn't she love? I mean, just felt like
Absolutely.
singing.
Yeah.
She was lovely. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Raff was not allowed to sing because if he started singing, then the place would clear out. And that's the opposite effect that we want. We want everybody to come on down, say what's up to Heavenly Waffles.
Singing, Raff's roadies show up in force.
Maybe you're right.
You know what, Raff? I gotta be honest. I love you, bro, but I haven't seen one freaking roadie yet.
Sign Raff's roadies.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. See, Raff disappeared during a commercial break. I saw him walk across the street, hand the sign to somebody, and then say, "Hey,
want to make $10?
Come on back. Come on over here."
Why is Raff back at the bus stop?
You have to show it while we're on the air. You can't do it during a commercial break because then I can't tell people about it.
I'm going to change the name up. Raff recruiting Raff's roadies.
There we go.
The roadies are strong. I hear from them all the time.
Oh, of course.
Nyla says her kids love Heavenly Waffles. Yes, they are. I mean, these are just like ridiculous, man.
They're
unbelievable. Hold on. I want to see this one. It said, Nick, stop. Who said that? Because Thunder moved too fast.
Thunder Not Calling says, Nick, stop. I'm going to catch the diabetes. That's not the case. These are, man, they are unbelievable. Highly recommend. Seriously, if you work downtown, if you drive through downtown
until about 10 o'clock.
Here's the thing, guys. Now I overheard that there's a chance that it's Heavenly Waffles Wednesday here at the station.
You must be crazy.
He good.
He must be crazy.
But so
are you
if that's
serious?
the case, I mean, huge shout out to the guys at Heavenly Waffles and Bob and Kathy, Chef Bob. I mean, because truly a work of art. Unbelievable.
This is like, I know we keep talking about it, y'all, but I'm looking out the window just like in a glaze right now.
Yeah.
Just going, what did I just eat?
Yeah.
It just was like your taste palette. It just excited every part of your. I mean, sometimes you have food,
you're just eating it,
and you're eating it. But this is actually like you're like cherishing every bite because you're like, oh, that gravy. Oh yeah, and then it was amazing.
Raff, I felt myself slowing down, just like you said, just to savor,
to cherish it,
and going, what was that right there, Bob?
Yeah.
even Nick was like, Nick's like Ralph. It's finished. It's finished.
Yeah,
Ralph.
no, Raff is
I got
scraping the fork on the plate.
Oh man,
because that gravy was so darn good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's be honest, Nick. I wasn't going to say this on the air, but I did see you lick the whole plate and put it upside down.
Is that right? Is that right?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for outing me. I could have said this during commercial break.
I was going to try to keep it off here, but
you.
that one kind of concerned me. That's why you have gravy in your hair right now.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. Nick, we're worried about you.
If anything left, I would have definitely pulled that plate up and drank it. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit it. I'd do it. That was amazing.
It was like Fire Marshal Bill.
Okay.
Let's say you're coming to the station. You're expecting Bisquick with a side of, I don't know, lard perhaps. The next thing I know, you take one bite, and it's not just called Heavenly Waffles. The next thing you know, you're in breakfast heaven. You're content, you're ready to talk, and you wash it down with a nice cup of coffee.
Let me tell you something. There's no Mrs. Butterworths on that either.
Bro.
No. There was no Mrs. Butterworths. There was no whatever the other Peter Pan. I guess that's peanut butter, but whatever the
that's good.
That is good on waffles as well.
That is also good on waffles.
But whatever syrup that you put on there, whatever toppings, do not do it justice after what we had today. And well, I guess with that, guys, if you come in, order a cup of coffee from the mill, you get entered into a contest to win 2 tickets for this weekend's game. So we have a few pairs of tickets to give away. We'll give away one today, one tomorrow, one Friday. And so make sure you stop on by. Come on, say hello. Right there, it's a party here. I mean, every single day throughout the entire day, there's people in and out of here, and it's a party.
You know, the key thing before we go to break, I was telling Raff, is the lighting. You know, I mean, we didn't have a lot of light. And granted, it's by no means a knock on the station, because that station, a lot of memories in there.
Hey, because of that station, we're here.
We're here. Yeah, you can't forget about how you started off. You know, your bedrock. So definitely not. But just the lighting it just does something for the soul, man. You know, just you're walking in, it's a vibrant downtown, etc.
Yeah.
But I would tell you something also about tickets and history and things of that nature. We know Mel Tucker's history now. This is a question that they had on the old school yesterday. I was listening to that while I was working yesterday afternoon, and they had some good points. I want to pose that to you guys this morning, and also to our listeners, all the text line folks. We appreciate you much. Who would you bring in to replace Mel Tucker? Here's part 2 of that, you guys, when we come back. If you're a candidate, are you concerned about the Board of Trustees, the athletic department, of how this thing was handled? Who do you bring in? So we'll discuss that. Also, the Huskers, we have clips from Satterfield talking yesterday. Who that starter is going to be. We talked a little bit on with a spillover with Sip and Jake, Raff, and myself. We'll discuss that as well, because there is a big game that they need to take care of this side. Every game's a big game for us right now, any program as far as that goes. And also, one of our very own early ballot for the Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame, and there were some interesting names in there as well. So we got a lot to discuss as me and Raff continue, and Nick continues to enjoy this food that we just had. We'll be right back. 937 The Ticket.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. Just go out there and do your best, kid. But your best isn't good enough. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field. We need your support. Suit up. It's game time.
Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns, and here are your Week 3 high school football results. In Class A, Kearney beat Lincoln North Star 35-7. Lincoln East would get the win in their intercity clash against Lincoln Southwest 28-7. Lincoln High would get shut out by Omaha Central 45-0. In Class B, Lincoln Pike 10th would lose to Hastings 37-13. Norris would dominate in their win over Lexington 62-0, and Waverly won over Mount Michael 49-7. Switching to volleyball, on September 11th, Lincoln Northwest lost to Crete in 2 sets. Lincoln Lutheran defeated Malcolm in 3 sets, and Elmwood Murdoch in 2. Norris won over Lincoln Northwest in 2 sets. Lincoln Christian would also lose in 2 sets to North Bend, and Lincoln High was defeated by Omaha Northwest in 3 sets. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
September is one of the best months of the year with college football and all the other fall sports underway. All the excitement of the games brings major stress, and stress causes tight muscles and pain. It's time to call the Body Shop, your place in Lincoln for all types of massages: deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Eliminate the pain from sports watching stress today with a massage at the Body Shop at 48th and A and online at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I
love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sartor Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sartor Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Guys, you've heard me tell you all about Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. But it's not just me. Folks all over town are getting into shape with the FXB program. Guys like Ryan, who joined at the same time I did a year and a half ago.
Yeah, Mark, I'm in better shape than I have been in quite some time. The people at Farrell's are awesome. The instructors keep the workouts fun, and the owners are engaged and committed to the success of all of their members.
The next Farrell's 10-week challenge begins on October 7th, and ticket listeners get $150 off enrollment. Just head to theticketfm.com. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. AD, before we went to break, we were talking a little bit about who might the potential head coach for Michigan State be when they decide to hire a coach and what they have to do. I mean, to look at the administration, I guess, before they get hired. I mean, definitely there's thoughts on that.
Well, yeah. I mean, we kind of catch them up. Most people know, if they haven't known, Mel Tucker was served a letter by the brass at Michigan State, the athletic department board of trustees, letting them know he has been terminated. Will no longer be the coach there. There's a lot of things going out there, and I think the truth is still very fuzzy right now. We do know some things that happened because he said they happened. Yep. You know, we won't need to go on that. We know what he said that happened. The thing, I think the things that the areas that are still very fuzzy and very gray is the timeline and was protocol followed on both sides, which it's seeming very. I tell you what, this is going to get uglier.
Oh yeah.
Now, notice what I said, uglier. It's already an ugly situation.
Yep.
This is going to get uglier because there are going to be two parties that's going to want some explanations. And like I said, this is no excuse, et cetera, for Mel whatsoever. But if there were things that weren't held, if this was there were first, the thing was supposed to take here in October, the hearing.
Yep.
For that not to have taken place and for them to reveal some of the information they already did, it just seems like some protocol was broken somewhere. Now granted, he did what he did, admitted it, which is, like I said, it is what it is at this point. But it seems like there was some protocol that was not followed on that aspect of things, Nick. So it just seems like the whole thing was just jumbled again by Michigan State.
Yeah, I think it was really unprofessionally handled, right? Because somebody leaked the story, leaked the update. We stopped hearing about this. We stopped here. We thought, expected, I guess, it was somewhat taken care of since it was such a few months ago that we heard about anything regarding it.
Yep.
And that it was still going on.
Initial complaint, Nick, real quick, was December of 2022.
Yeah. And so with that, we thought maybe, okay, it probably got taken care of. It's figured out. Mel Tucker's still the head coach. He went through Big Ten media days, and the magnifying glass was on Northwestern, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the story gets leaked to USA Today, and it starts this whole entire thing. And I think Michigan State went along with the lines of like, we saw what the national media, what the perception was of Northwestern when they only suspended Pat Fitzgerald for 2 weeks rather than firing him immediately.
They want that
we don't want that.
Right.
So before they probably went through all the due process, through the investigation, everything that's tied with it, legally, they just said, all right, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was not even an hour later, they said, wait, we have to just suspend you because we have to go through this investigation after they released all their findings already.
Right.
So then they either acted or went through a very basic investigation and said, all right, yep, we found what we found.
Mm-hmm.
You're gone. It's a really, really unprofessional situation from the Michigan State side of things, but also Mel Tucker, right? Obviously, if stuff did occur, then, shame on you, I guess, at some point too.
Yeah, it's you talk about that type of money.
Well, and then you bring in the big contract out of it as well. And that's where
the lawsuits are going to come in.
And that's where it gets really
murky.
I guess, just murky and controversial, I think is okay, because Mel Tucker claims that there's ulterior motives that are a part of this. And so with that, guys, Michigan State off the hook for $80 million right now.
Yeah.
That's the elephant in the room to some extent, is that Michigan State, if they're able to fire Mel Tucker with cause, they're out $80 million. They don't have to pay it for a guy that's only had one really good season statistic wise.
I'll read a few of these in a bit. If you guys want to pertain to this subject here, is Thunder Not Collins says, bottom line is MSU is going to get a new coach. Mel's going to soon get paid, which I totally agree. Unknown texter 5124 says, what I find is suspicious. I think it's a way to get out of his obnoxious contract. Big Bird says they had to be proactive and act firmly. All of the above that you mentioned are true statements on that. They definitely had to act quickly. I think you can be fast, but not in a hurry. And they hurried this instead of, because think about it, the very thing they were trying to do was not pay. They're going to pay something.
Yeah.
You better believe that, because Mel has the financial resources to simply say, did they follow? He already admitted that I did. He already admitted, you know what? Yes, he goes, but it was two it was two adults, consensual. We can go all day about, the behavior, etc. But if you look at for what was done, if this was two consenting adults, that's their business. However, if there's anything he did to where the board of directors to say, hey man, this was with cause, then why talk about it? Yeah. Why reveal the names? Yeah. How do you have 1,200 notes of paper in 2 days?
Yeah. It's just, that's where it's a little suspicious. But
this is where it gets crazy
at the end of the day.
With the contracts of, not just college coaches, but now you're like setting that precedent now that you have a coach that's got a huge contract.
Yeah.
Not really fulfilling probably what they think. And then,
yeah, I don't know.
gonna-
I mean, that's such a dangerous road to claim and speculate on, though. I mean, that's you don't want to sit here and say, oh, all the coaches that have big contracts, then they're going to get, find ways to. I'm sure the world's dark and creepy and scary and unfair and unjust, like whatever. But I don't think it's right to sit here and just speculate when we don't necessarily have all the facts. We don't know all the minor details of Mel's and this relationship that he claims is consensual, where Brenda Tracy claims it was not consensual. Like, we don't know all those details. If Mel has the text messages, if Mel has like receipts or whatever you want to call it,
seems like
then he's going to get his money.
Yeah,
he's going to get his money.
It seems like both of them have some receipts that they didn't want being discovered, which makes me think both people are trying to save face in a situation which is just ugly. If now with that being said, who are you guys? Who's your first call? Who's your first call?
I actually was, thinking people, but I think DP, Ed Reed, I think that would be, because like he said, college football is like the flavor of the month, and you're trying to find somebody right now. Deion Sanders, what he's doing has been, nothing short of amazing with what he's done with Colorado.
Yeah.
And it's just like the NFL, it's a copycat league. Like Sean McVay was a very young coach, and then all of a sudden you saw the NFL go with a bunch of young coaches, bunch of guys off Mike Shanahan's coaching tree. You bring Ed Reed in there, you bring in like DP said, you have some of that old Miami Hurricanes. You're going to have probably the Michael Irvins, the Saps, they're on his sidelines for recruiting in Detroit. I mean, that's huge. And you need something. At the end of the day, I mean, yes, they're not the caliber of what Michigan is right now, but Michigan State wants to be at that level. So Ed Reed is that guy that's going to bring that instant, marketability, that instant credibility. So I think DP was onto something there with Ed Reed.
I think it's going to be a little difficult at times, maybe, to find a coach that wants to go there, right? Because they had such a long tenure with Mark D'Antonio, and it was successful at times. They had some really good years under Mark D'Antonio, but then I think also, when you look at it, I look at Michigan State connections, and the first name I thought about was Pat Narduzzi. That's the first name I thought about. If they don't decide to just extend their interim head coach right now, who is the defensive backs coach since 2020. So I think when you look at Pat Narduzzi, he's a guy that's 20 games over 500 at Pittsburgh. It's a guy that if he's looking to make a career move, it's probably a better job in the Big Ten. There's feedback. We know, Raff. We got it. It's something else going on. With Pat Narduzzi, 20 games over 500 at Pittsburgh. I think he's 63-43 when I looked. If he wants to step up, that's the Big Ten. The Big Ten is going to be one of the top dogs in the entire country here in the next few years when conference realignment starts. It's a guy that's been in East Lansing before. I think it fits the defensive first mentality that Michigan State's going to have. And so I think Pat Narduzzi is a guy that you could potentially call.
I would love it if they kept the defensive backs coach who's been there. If I can't recall his name,
it's Harold. Hold on.
It's been since 2020. If you can find that real quick, Nick, I can pull it up too. I'll try to check that out.
Harlan Barnett.
Here's the thing about Harlan Barnett. Is Michigan State going to go scorched earth and clear everybody out that any affiliation with Mel Tucker? That's what you have to think about.
I think so. I don't know if the one thing that's been like I've thought.
So I think the guy personally would do a heck of a job.
I think you need to find somebody that wants to build this from the ground up. Number one, I think this is not a Michigan State program issue. I think this was a Mel Tucker specific issue.
Here's why I'm going to kick back a little bit. Although it was Mel Tucker, this is chapter 2 of the saga they've been doing.
Administration,
exactly.
But that's the thing is that's not your football program. That's the people above you.
That's true. But now, but they're not going to say, well, Mel Tucker. They're going to say Michigan State. Mel Tucker that coached at Michigan State.
Yep.
So although what you're saying is true, it's still an image problem for Michigan State because of the class action lawsuit they had.
Yeah.
So although it's not just Michigan State, it was Mel Tucker. It was like, Oh boy, look at Michigan State. They're fumbling the bag again.
Once again, they're going to have
it up again.
Yep. Once again, it's a sexual assunt deal.
Yep.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
And
then
the way they
they're
handled
also-
it was crazy. Because you think about
they're also
Larry
going to have to worry
Nassar.
about the contract.
Yeah.
Because you gave all that money to Coach Tucker. Well, now this next coach is going to be like, well, you gave that much money to him. Might not get the size of the contract, but still you're not going to, like, say, for instance, Ed Reed, just for instance, they're going to come in there and be like, well, Ed Reed, we'll give you 4 years at $2 million a year. And he's going to look at them and be like, whoa, wait a second. So, I mean, they got a lot of stuff they're going to have to deal with on that.
They set themselves, Raff, and I think you're spot on. They've put themselves in now they don't have to pay that, obviously.
Yeah.
But the expectation now is going to be extremely high from coaches. And I think because of that, Raff, they may look for a coach that has some sort of track record, because they were like, we can't, because think about it. They're going to get off for this, not the full 80. But in my opinion, they're going to pay some money.
Yeah.
Mel is going to make some money from this deal, because he's going to hire a very qualified team of lawyers, and they're going to shred this thing apart about missteps and mishaps on behalf of the Michigan State brass. So it's just an ugly situation all around. The thing that sucks the most for me, not these grown men, because they're going to get money, is these students that are there going, now what am I going to do now?
I mean, now something to always remember is there's a
What am I gonna do now?
30-day window here
They can hop in the portal.
since Mel Tucker got relieved of his duties, that they can hop in the portal. But that's also, do you want to give your rest of your season away, right?
No.
Potential film. You want to talk about young guys? This is potential film. So, and one thing about the contract guys in the state of college football right now, they're going to have to pay that type of money.
Yeah,
they have to. That's just where it's at. And so they're going to have to kind of hitch their wagon to a guy for at least probably 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's just what the future looks like. But it's, once again, is who wants it, who's willing to take it with administration not handling things the best.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're going to have an ironclad contract before you sign that sucker with anybody as far as that goes. Well, folks, speaking of contracts and money, we got some special things for NIL money to talk about with you as well if we get to that. But first, before we get back, we got RGT. No, history.
You better come down for Heavenly Waffles.
We will have RGT.
Come on
but
down.
you definitely got to check that out. We'll be right back, folks. 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
The Nebraska Lottery offers up a lot of fun with a variety of daily games like Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day. How much fun, you ask? Think of it like riding a roller coaster, sitting next to your favorite rock star, or discovering a bunch of cash under your seat.
Yeah!
Sound fun? Then play today.
Nebraska Pick 3, 2x2, and My Day top prize odds vary by game.
Fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
September is one of the best months of the year with college football and all the other fall sports underway. All the excitement of the games brings major stress, and stress causes tight muscles and pain. It's time to call The Body Shop, your place in Lincoln for all types of massages: deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Eliminate the pain from sports watching stress today with a massage at the Body Shop at 48th and A and online at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-9462.
Accelerate your financial journey. With Kasasa Cash, experience the thrill of earning more with each transaction or the freedom to withdraw your cash from any ATM nationwide. Not to mention, no monthly service fees. It's the power of earning up to 5.5% APY on your Kasasa Cash with Liberty First Credit Union. Earn rewards beginning at a penny, continuing up to $40,000. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. Wednesday thought, Wednesday motivation, Wednesday history. Are we ready? Can I say the two most famous words in sports today?
We are ready to go.
Now punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
Hey, AD, before you start, can I do one of my histories real quick?
Sure, absolutely, man.
On today's date in 1924, Grover Cleveland Alexander won his 300th game.
Who
I'm not even sure who he was playing for, but the reason why I say this,
This is off to a great start.
It's gonna wrap into it. This is gonna wrap into a crazy story.
Okay.
He was born in Elba, Nebraska.
Albion?
Elba.
ELBA. Okay. Yep.
But he is buried in St. Paul, Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
And they have
same hometown of. Go ahead.
They have Grover Cleveland Alexander days there I think it's in July.
Really?
Wow.
But I did go out and visit his cemetery plot.
Shocker.
If Raff ever goes missing, we're just gonna have to check the local cemeteries. Not because his plot will be there, but because he's at somebody else.
I'm like, he's just visiting dead people.
But it was crazy because he won over 300 games in the majors.
Wow.
And then the end of his life, like back, I think it was in the 40s, the 50s. He was just living in St. Paul, Nebraska. He'd lost a lot of his money, and he rented a house from a lady in town.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away.
What year did he pass away?
Oh man, I think in the 50s. I don't have the exact. I should have done my Grover Cleveland Alexander. So, when he passed away, he didn't have much money or anything like that. And
I thought you were talking about our former president, Grover Cleveland. I was going to say, wow.
No. This is. Oh, what's his? I forgot what his nickname is. Okay, here we go here. Okay, so he passed away in 1950 in St. Paul. He was born in 1887 in Elba. But when he passed away, they, at the St. Paul Cemetery, just a little thing, Grover Cleveland Alexander, not really much else on the headstone. Well, the Hall of Fame came in and they put in there's a really nice plaque out there and a really nice headstone. And they really, here, a major league pitcher, Hall of Fame pitcher, but I always think that was pretty crazy.
How often do you guys find yourself in St. Paul, Nebraska?
I've been there once.
You're going to think this is crazy. I'm actually going to be there October 5th or 6th.
Wow. See, oddly enough, I go through St. Paul about once a year.
Have you stopped at the cemetery?
I have not.
What?
No.
Can't even tell you where it's at.
No.
Just
the watermelon.
all you got to do is
all
you got to do is just go to the St. Paul Cemetery, and there's actually a sign when you drive in that says Grover Cleveland Alexander burial site, and you can go right to it.
Here's a little more with that history with that. Coach Osborne spent a lot of years in St. Paul as a kid.
Yeah.
When his family was in the military. I didn't realize that until Coach told me that a few years back, that he spent a lot of his childhood in St. Paul, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a lot of history there. Yeah, the whole time I thought you were talking about the politician Grover Cleveland. I'm like, who?
I was talking about old Pete.
Yeah. And then Grover Washington, we got a Grover that's, a jazz guy too. I'm like, oh man, no, he's from St. Paul. That many brothers out there playing jazz. Interesting news.
Before we continue with history, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
In Husker history, 1993, true freshman Lawrence Phillips comes off the bench to rush for 137 yards, and it was hard yards too, as the Huskers overcome a -4 turnover margin to beat UCLA and Pasadena 14-13. Lawrence ran just a brutal game that game. I mean, it was just it was just physical, just a very physical back in that game. That was very uncharacteristic of us to turn the ball over that many times, number one. But yeah, that was a physical game he had right there, man. 13-14, won the game. I remember him being home to doing that too. Tommy had a sprained and a hobbled ankle during that game. He rushed for 33 yards, 13 of 19 passing and 45 yards. Yeah, the itty-bitty committees, they called us back then. 8 receptions, 65 yards. And Toby Wright, 13 tackles. So it's good to see Javen Wright, his son, having a good game on Saturday night, interception. I think he had, 5 tackles, I believe, on Saturday, 5 or 6 tackles. But they had J.J. Stokes. UCLA had J.J. Stokes, too.
Terry Donahue on the sideline.
Yes, he was a big boy, man. So that was the Husker history, man, from 1993.
Old school.
I want to say this, too, Garbologist. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate all the texters. We wrote verbatim what you wrote in. Brother, believe me, I have mornings like that all the time. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. This 2 hours of radio is a bright spot. It's a bright spot. So there are days, man, I don't feel like it. I was just sharing with the audience just last week, man, that I don't feel like it. Full disclosure, I don't feel like hopping on the airplane this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'll be gone tomorrow. I get back Thursday night, hop on another plane Saturday, come back Sunday night, hop on another plane Tuesday, don't come back until Friday, And there are other things going on in my life, man, that it's hard. So messages like yours with Raff and I, Raff will say the same. Man, you guys keep us going more than what you know. This is 2 hours.
And AD gets to see Nick and I every morning. I mean,
who could ask for better?
That'll brighten anyone's day.
Two bearded Santa Clauses, one to the right. This guy, I got a brunette and a blonde right to the left of here.
Tomorrow's haircut day.
Yeah.
Haircut day is best day.
I got brunette Santa and I got blonde Santa right
I don't know if it's blonde Santa. I think I'd go more with gray Santa. But I'll take the blonde. I'll take the blonde compliment.
Yeah.
Folks, we'll be right back. We have a lot of Husker news. We got sound bites to get into, which will be interesting because we are just 3 more sleeps away before Nebraska takes on La Tech. 2:30 Memorial Stadium. We'll be right back. 90.7 a ticket.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns, and here are your Week 3 high school football results. In Class A, Kearney beat Lincoln North Star 35-7. Lincoln East would get the win in their intercity clash against Lincoln Southwest 28-7. Lincoln High would get shut out by Omaha Central 45-0. In Class B, Lincoln Pius X would lose to Hastings 37-13. Norris would dominate in their win over Lexington 62-0, and Waverly won over Mount Michael 49-7. Switching to volleyball, on September 11th, Lincoln Northwest lost to Crete in 2 sets. Lincoln Lutheran defeated Malcolm in 3 sets, and Elm won Murdoch in 2. Norris won over Lincoln Northwest in 2 sets. Lincoln Christian would also lose in 2 sets to North Bend, and Lincoln High was defeated by Omaha Northwest in 3 sets. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Hot tub season is here, and to celebrate, Bonzal Pool & Spa is having a sale so good that they're offering it up for the whole month. Soak up the savings when you purchase a new High Life Collection or Limelight Collection spa and receive a free step and cover lifter from now through the end of September. Stock will go fast, so hurry in and claim your new spa today and soak up the savings at Bonzal Pool & Spa, 33rd and Highway 2, or at bonzalpool.com.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, College football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, our Monday night football. There's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
All right, it's lunchtime. Where should we go today?
How about Qdoba? We can get free queso and chips with an entree purchase.
Whoa, how'd you know about that?
It's in the campus cash booklet that we got for free to start the school year, the student marketplace. You didn't get yours?
I'd better go grab mine now.
You'd better stop at the College of Hair Design, too. Your hair is getting long. $8 haircut with the campus cash book.
What about my friends who are out of college?
They can download the campus cash app for free and get great deals, too, from Pizza Hut, Juice Stop, Craft Axe Throwing, and tons more.
Campus Cash, the student marketplace. Find your free booklet on campus or download the Campus Cash app.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. No discussions of how money works. No game plan for how education supports your future job or career. And certainly no coaching about how to start or run a business. Too many young people leave school without critical skills in financial literacy, work and career readiness, and entrepreneurship to reach their potential in life. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field, but we can't do it alone.
Be a game changer. Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.gov/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. Also going on today is have a little blood drive going on downtown at the Davis Design Center at 1221 N Street from 11 to 5. Also at the Event Center from 10 to 4. My buddy Dylan Murphy sent that in. There's a blood shortage still going on here, so definitely if you have the means or the opportunity, donate blood. It's a great thing. I know it means a ton to Dylan. He had, I believe, back in the day where he really needed blood from people. So it's a amazing cause. So if you get that opportunity, get down there. 1221 N Street.
Blood drive. It saves people's lives for sure, man. There's a number of cases to where had there not been ample blood available to do that, lives have been lost. Appreciate that. Nick, there are some things that happened yesterday in the presser that it was informative leading up to this weekend's kickoff against La Tech. What happens? David from Renew says, Raff, I visit dead people. The picture of the little guy right there.
I do.
He literally does, David.
I'm not going to lie. On YouTube, there's this thing where the guy visits famous California cemeteries, and I have caught myself watching that.
Do you wish you were that?
I don't know. There's just something about it where I like when we went down to Dallas. I mean, I might have went to Lee Harvey Oswald Cemetery.
This is wild, man.
I know.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You know, are you realizing it since you're hearing yourself say it out loud?
Yeah.
Is it like
there's
an
issue?
Yeah,
there's an issue.
I'm addicted to going to. You should be on My Strange Addiction.
went to Charles Starkweather's plot out here, and I got a problem.
Big, you know what?
I need help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, yeah. When you go there, do you say anything, like, or you just go look at the like?
Do you call yourself a friend so that they don't question why you're there?
No, I don't say that. I think it's just more just
curiosity.
I've always been a history buff.
Yeah.
So I love history. Like when first time to Dallas, I had to go to Dealey Plaza. I wanted to see Dealey Plaza history. So I don't know. And then I guess being I don't know, like Coach Devaney, it's like something that's like, well, that I went out because I had favors to ask, which thank you, Coach. You've always done well for me. But
you've been out there multiple times.
Yes.
This is getting real weird right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna be haunted in our new studio by all the people.
I love my guy Raff, but there's some things coming out I don't want to know about.
Well, there's one that I've not yet been to that's on my list is
wait, time out.
I have a list.
You have a list?
Yes.
Who else is on the list?
Bear Bryant. I want to go to.
Okay.
I want to go to see where Bear Bryant's buried.
Would you make a trip specifically to another state just to see their cemetery?
I mean, if I was,
are you that type of guy,
no,
or is it? Oh, I'm just passing.
If I'm driving through, like when I was driving
That's
through,
a little less creepy.
when I was driving through Alabama, I drove through Jesse Owens' whole hometown, and if that's would have been where he was buried at, I definitely would have stopped by Jesse Owens' cemetery plot. I mean, that's history right there.
Somebody else has texted and goes, I'm a psychologist. You need help, bro. Listen, Raff, as long as you're not, as long as you're not going there at night and alone,
no,
then we're okay.
Yeah,
I just, maybe just let, somebody know where you're going just in case something does happen.
Hey, you know what, Nick? Like that song? I don't want to know.
Text somebody, not me or AD. Like, we care about you, but we don't want to know. We don't really need. We don't need to know.
It's almost like a Scooby Doo.
Exactly.
I'm not going. I'm not going at night.
Mysteries,
I go in the middle of the day. It's light outside. There's no chance of ghosts.
And Raff's going, I would have gotten away with it for you meddling kids.
How long do you stay?
Like 5 minutes, maybe.
So then, is it really worth it?
Well, yeah.
Do you take photos? Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you take photos?
Not of Coach Devaney's, but
that's a lie because that's how we knew that you visited.
Oh, I did.
So you did take a photo.
Oh, no.
So do you take photos?
Yeah,
at every cemetery that you visit
of the famous.
Yeah.
Darn it.
That's okay.
Latex Melon from MySpace says live check-ins from the graveyard. Late show.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna be a couple minutes late. I gotta do a real sticky situation at Calvary Cemetery. I just got a real sticky situation here.
This is kind of cool that we're gonna leave the graveyard talk for a while. This is giving me the creeps, man.
It's Halloween. What are you gonna do for Halloween?
Halloween. I don't.
Do you visit on Halloween?
No Halloween visits.
Okay,
I have nothing.
That's a little too creepy.
Halloween visits.
Yeah, too much.
I couldn't do that.
That's a little too
Do you
creepy.
get dressed up for Halloween, Nick?
Not anymore. Now I will say, like, I'm trying to find.
He loves candy.
No, I'm trying to find a way that
you can trick or treat.
No. I'm trying to find a big swimming pool as a costume.
Oh yes,
that's what I'm trying to find.
Big swim.
I can't find it though, so I might just have to bring an inflatable pool.
For my kids would always laugh. I was like, Daddy, what are you gonna be? Same thing I was last year. Black man in the suburbs.
Just out there mowing my yard.
I just put on a jumpsuit and say I'm running DMC this year. I'm LL Cool J this year.
Ooh, actually, last Halloween was fun. That's when I went to downtown LA for that Halloween party in downtown Los Angeles last year. That was fun.
You did, yeah. You had the gold chain.
Yeah, the gold chain on. Yeah.
I'm just not a big Halloween guy, man.
Yeah, I was that kid. There was a Texas Nebraska game back when they were in the Big 12. This is fun. This is a funny story. This is as we going back to sports. There was a Texas Nebraska. I can't remember the game specifically. May have even been Texas Oklahoma, where they played a late night game. I was out trick or treating in every house that we went to. I would say, and I would see their TV on. I'd be like, "Can you tell me the score of the Texas game, please?" They'd come in. I got invited into a house one time. Did not go.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, stranger danger. I ran away. I said nope. So anyway, but no, I was that kid. I was like, "Hey, can you tell me the score of this game, please?"
You're that guy.
I was that kid.
I remember the '92 Colorado-Nebraska game on Halloween.
Yeah,
the freshman year, up in the stands, up in the student section, and this guy dressed up as the Grim Reaper. But middle of the second quarter, I realized he brought in a real sickle, and he has a flag onto a real sickle, and he's swinging it around. And I'm like,
wow.
Doug. And finally, we convinced the security, like, dude, he has got a real sickle up in the stands. And they finally, how would you let that?
I have to show you guys. So unfortunately, I was the Joker one year. That's probably the most creative I've been with a costume. Yeah, I have to post that one. But shout out to it helps having a family friend that did paintings, and she's in art. Joker. And so she did my face painting there. Yeah, it was great. It was awesome.
Why so serious?
Yep. Best character ever, in my opinion. Heath Ledger as the Joker.
He was good. God rest his soul. IQ Cruz says, "True Raff's roadie here." Kudos to Chris, and I understand it. Good to know Coach Devaney is gone but not forgotten. I've been to and paid my respects to Brooke Berringer's gravesite there as well. So we got another one that does that.
Yeah, if I ever get close to Goodland, that would definitely be
a
place I would stop.
By the way, speaking of Raff's roadies, Thunder Rock Collins said earlier he's still waiting on that $50 for the sign. I just didn't want you to forget that.
That's got to be worth more than $50, though. I mean,
Big V says, funny story. I'm up in Wisconsin on business. Spent a few days in Madison, and one evening I realized I was close to Chris Farley's cemetery plot, so I went and checked it out. I was a big fan. He was really funny. It's kind of surreal. Chris Farley was a great one. Any sound bites before we head to our first break?
Yeah, let's talk about this here. Simply put, Nebraska's got to get players to step up. Marcus Satterfield talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We can't have, we got to get our best players on the field, which is an old adage. Any coach is going to say that, but we really got to be mindful of who's, personnel groupings to getting the right guys in the right places in order to, have some production in the run game. But again, we got guys, we got a what's next mentality. They're going to go out there, not really going to change that much and let them go.
I think part of it, guys, I mean, you look at when you have a lack of depth and when you're losing guys to injury, you're going to have to ask guys to do a lot more than what you initially thought, right? You're going to ask wide receivers to play multiple positions and set up in multiple areas on the field. They have to know, all right, this is where I'm at in this play. This is where I'm at when I'm lined up this way, and vice versa. You got to get, simply put, got to get best players on the field and figure out a way to have them step up.
Shout out to Stacy Ann Griffith. She's family. She's not walking across stage. Oh. She's listening. Owner of Pedal Creations. I appreciate her, and she has bailed me out so many times with last minute deals.
Oh, there you go.
Bailed me out so many times. My mom stuff, but she sent me a message in there. So Stacy, appreciate she loves. She can see all of us on the camera. So we're waving at Stacy. If you're watching, big shout out to Stacy. She's an awesome lady. Appreciate her. Good death. She's like family. To his comment there, it shows you the importance of depth. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot at certain positions. Because remember this year, I said this yesterday. We said this yesterday. It was a good problem. They had all those backs they could have at their disposal. Yeah. And in just one game, half are gone.
They gone.
In just one game, half of your running backs room, at least of your starters, are gone. Now, you still, Levin, the young man from Wahoo, I would not put
Trevor Lubin.
I would not count him out. And obviously, you got Emmett Johnson. You got Grant. That's right there as well. That's three.
Quentin Ives.
The freshman.
So it's a freshman. So it goes to show you everybody's got to be ready.
Yep.
And as we had Coach Darlington in yesterday, he bravely graced us with his presence. There was a reason why you had to have everybody taking reps, because you never know. One play away, you're the next man up.
Yep.
Now, that's not. Some people say, well, that's a harsh thing to say. No, that's the reality. It's literally next man up.
And Ty Robinson talked about yesterday his heart breaks for these guys, but he said it really, shows that you can't take anything for granted when you're playing football. And so
You know,
well, I guess that's true in life.
It's true in life. It's true in football and true in sports. And it's one thing that I try to share with athletes. Remember myself when I'm speaking to student athletes, make every rep count, because eventually you're going to have a last rep. And none of us know when that last rep is going to take place. I mean, you think about that. Ramir had no idea when he was going to be running. That was like, oh boy, this is going to be the last thing. Sheesh, when Gabe, you know, he's going to get hurt on that play either. You just don't know. And there's freakish things that happen, unfortunately. And unfortunately, we got the bug, you know, IGC, first game gone.
Yeah.
You know, first game gone. The guy just gets back and gone already. So
I just you got to go back to, you know, you got to look at it as an opportunity, because there's nobody out there saying poor Nebraska. So you just got to take it and run with it now. Those players, and you got to believe at the beginning of the year, a lot of them were like, oh, I can play. I know I can play. But maybe they were down on the depth chart. Well, now they're going to get that opportunity where it's like, all right, you said you could play. Here's your chance. Run with it.
You know, unknown texter right here, 5124 says, any idea why Coleman isn't getting more playing time? We have 0 wideouts. You know, one of the things is Coleman, with all the speed that he has, very green at receiver, y'all. Very green at receiver. And
I think Coach Satterfield made a comment about
he puked.
Well, but what about the this isn't your like a what league?
Well, so
like a softball league, or what did you say?
Well, okay, so we have a couple clips we can play back to back here. He talked about it yesterday. Younger receivers were challenged. We have 2 clips that I want to play back to back that pertain to specifically younger wide receivers here.
Had a great day today. Malachi and Jalen challenged them just to get out there and be tough and be competitive. And, you know, that was an emphasis for them. You could tell just, you know, Malachi's out there. You know, he was going so hard. I think he threw up one time out there. He was playing so hard. And he, you know, I said, get out, you know, go get some. And he wouldn't even come out. It was just a mindset. He was basically trying to say, Sad, I'm tough. I'm ready to go do this thing.
So there's part 1. Part 2 was a question of, are we forgetting about how hard it can be to get on the field as a freshman wide receiver? And here's what he had to say.
Yes and no. I mean, if you go out there and you know exactly what to do and you get lined up and coaches aren't having to get you lined up and you're tough and you're competitive, you can get off the line of scrimmage versus press coverage and you can block on the perimeter, then you got a chance to go out there and play. But until you do that, it's not, you know, it's not church league. You don't get to just go out there because you want to.
Think about what he just said. There were 3 things that he said right away. And I'm gonna rewind it real quick. He goes, if you can get lined up without the coach is telling you, if you know what you're doing, and if you can get off press coverage and you can block, there's 4 things. Here's a story right here. In fact, let's take the break.
Yeah.
And I want to share this story, and it's not churchly to explain my point. And Raff, I know you can say this as being a former coach too. Let's discuss that, because there was a lot of meat in that comments that Coach made right there. A lot of good stuff he mentioned right there of why some of those younger guys aren't playing right away. And so we'll discuss when we come back. The Drive, 937 a ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
September is one of the best months of the year with college football and all the other fall sports underway. All the excitement of the games brings major stress, and stress causes tight muscles and pain. It's time to call the Body Shop, your place in Lincoln for all types of massages: deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Eliminate the pain from sports watching stress today with a massage at the Body Shop at 48th and A and online at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any backyard landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
All right, it's lunchtime. Where should we go today?
How about Qdoba? We can get free queso and chips with an entree purchase.
Whoa, how'd you know about that?
It's in the campus cash booklet that we got for free to start the school year, the student marketplace. You didn't get yours?
I'd better go grab mine now.
You'd better stop at the College of Hair Design, too. Your hair is getting long. $8 haircut with the campus cash book.
What about my friends who are out of college?
They can download the Campus Cash app for free and get great deals, too, from Pizza Hut, Juice Stop, Craft Axe Throwing, and tons more.
Campus Cash, the student marketplace. Find your free booklet on campus or download the Campus Cash app.
Our Remington Homes has really expanded and taken off in the last 5 years.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier and more affordable.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. You can select your options. We give you a lot of choices. By selecting certain floor plans, they're just easier to build. And you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84 months when you buy any new John Deere compact tractor. And with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. Just go out there and do your best, kid. But your best isn't good enough. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field. We need your support. Suit up. It's game time.
Visit ja.org/volunteer.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together, whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch up with old friends. Florial's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. Get there.
Big shout out to
Best, the man.
Those guys. We got to get Best on the show, man.
Yep, he said he's ready to come on. So I said,
make that happen.
whenever he wants, just let us know.
Need to make that happen. You know, Coach Satterfield, and you know what, Nick, if we can play that last clip again, just to refresh. I think that was a huge one. Just that very last one.
Yep, absolutely. Here we
go.
Yes and no. I mean, if you go out there and you know exactly what to do and you get lined up and coaches aren't having to get you lined up and you're tough and you're competitive, you can get off the line of scrimmage versus press coverage and you can block on the perimeter, then you got a chance to go out there and play. But until you do that, it's not church league. You don't get to just go out there because you want to.
Yep.
Can you line up? Do you know what you're doing? Can you get off the line of scrimmage? Can you block? The other thing I would say, can you catch? Now you're saying, oh, come on, AD, these receivers, of course they can. You know, perfect example. And I know that I know we got Ricky Simmons out in the coffee area right now here at the mill, and they're enjoying some nice waffles by Heavenly Waffles. Again, get down here if you can. I think it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, around 10,
10
around
so.
10 or so. But then also, if you enter or if you buy a cup of coffee from the mill, you get entered automatically to win a pair of tickets to Saturday's game.
Absolutely. Ricky would say the same thing. My freshman year, you know, high school, you could just put a move on somebody and run by them, or not even put a move, just release off the line because they weren't playing press coverage. They were playing, you know, a cover 2 or a zone or something like that. So they give you a cushion. You know, in college, everybody's fast. Everybody's fast. And then talking to Tyrone Williams, my former teammate who went to the pros, he goes, AD, it gets even cut down more because you have linebackers that are faster than you.
Yeah.
So my point is this. Malachi, any other receiver, regardless of what year they're in, they can't just run off the line of scrimmage. They have to be able to release, get off the line of scrimmage, which Toby Wright about put a dent in my chest my freshman year. None of us get off the line of scrimmage. It was me, Riley Washington, Brendan Holbein was with us. Willis Brown was with us at that time. Matt Terminator was a freshman. Matt Terminator, actually the same year as I was. Johnny Vedral. And Toby had played JUCO ball already. In fact, he was a JUCO All-American, along with Kareem Moss, who had the final interception in the 94 championship game. Toby Wright played how many years in the league? We literally, Coach Brown would tease us. He would say, he'd watch film. He'd watch us. He would say, beat me, stomp me, kick me, because we couldn't get off the line of scrimmage. So Coach Brown worked with us, teaching us how to use our hands to get off the line of scrimmage. No matter how talented a guy is coming in, that particular receiver, I'm talking about receiver right now. If you can't release, you're done. Because if it takes you a second and a half or half a second to a second and a half, you've already messed up the rhythm of the play. The quarterbacks expect you to be at a certain mark at 3 yards. At 3 seconds. And if you can't release, it messes everything up. Go ahead, Raff.
No, I go back to that. And then you also got to go back to is even when you were leaving high school and going to the university, Coach Osborne's offense wasn't the most complex play calling wise.
Blocking.
But it was probably more than what you dealt with at Lincoln High.
Physicality was night and day. Because we were a physical team. So you had to be physical.
So you had to transition your whole game. So like Malachi, for instance, I would assume that, you know, at East, they probably had the number tree. I'm guessing that's what it was, 1 through 9. And, you know, I would assume but now you're going to university where you got Satterfield.
Oh, man.
And he's got I can only imagine what his play calls are. So not only are you, you know, having to go with the physical part of the game, getting off the line part of the game, you have to learn your checks and your reads and all that stuff and audible. So you got a lot of stuff on your plate.
You bring up a good point. You know what it's like? It's like learning a different language.
Yeah.
Literally. It's like learning a different language. And if you came from a number tree like I did at Lincoln High, I knew J and K was left and right. J was left, K was right. I knew that right away. And then 1 through 9 was our patterns. Yep. So J1, J2, J3. I still remember the routes in my head as we speak right now, 30 plus years later. Coach Osborne's system?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You were learning a totally different language. And think about audibles. How often did you really audible in high school? And they were minor audibles. You just say opposite.
Usually it was opposite. And then, or you had to like one defense that you line up against and you're like, okay, well,
shift.
And you knew exactly what play you were going to. So it's a lot on your plate. And I also saw too that Malachi got like 20. Did I see 20% of the plays, or he was on the field 20% of the time, or last
week?
Yeah, I thought I read something there.
He played,
and being at that's great.
That's huge.
That's great.
That's
The more time he gets on the field, and
Yeah.
the more he gets used to it. It's sort of like being a quarterback in the NFL when you're a rookie. You come in and things are moving 100. I bet
Yeah.
right now things are moving 100 miles an hour for him right now.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
more time he gets in there,
It'll slow down.
maybe
for him.
he's not making any catches right now or any big plays, but it'll slow down for him.
Yeah.
And then it's going to happen. And he's going to make a big play. And so I think the way they have him playing right now, I understand people are wanting to see catches out of him, but the more time he gets, the more plays he gets in there.
Right.
And that goes for all the receivers and all the young running backs and everybody, that the more time you get on the field, things begin to slow down for you.
Aaron says, AD, how often did you run the wrong play? Not many in high school because it was easier.
How many times did you bring in the wrong play at the university?
Oh, I brought one in one time for sure. Aaron, I brought one in one time wrong for sure. And Brooke Behringer, God rest his soul, looked at me and goes, AD, we don't even have that play. We get some meetings on Monday, and I was thinking I got away with it. And I knew I did when I came to the sideline because Coach Osborne looked at me with his head, kind of looked to the side, just kind of shook his head. And we get the meetings on Monday. We're watching the film. We always say the eye in the sky don't lie. So we're watching the film, and Coach Brown, I thought he was going to miss it. He goes, oh, wait a minute here. We have AD calling a play that we don't even have in our repertoire. Johnny Bever looked at me and goes, AD, what does repertoire mean?
That is awesome.
we got 18 running plays. They're not even in our repertoire. Johnny Bishop was the funniest thing. AD, what does repertoire mean?
I think when you look at the wide receiver room in the future, though, guys, I think when you look, Nebraska, they bring in 6 true freshmen last year, right? They're projecting, trying to bring in 6 more this recruiting class. In 3 years, hopefully the game has slowed down for all 12 of those guys.
And with that experience,
it's probably unrealistic to say that all those will stay throughout their entire Husker career. So, even if you get 8 of the guys get the game to slow down for, that's going to help your offense tremendously.
Consistent Mike, what's up, brother? He got a good point here. And he's spot on regardless of what level you played at in college. It's different. He goes, I can tell you every one of my high school plays, but my plays from Peru State College, no chance. And he goes, and I was a quarterback.
Yeah.
Consistent Mike, you're spot on, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Let me tell you.
I can't even imagine as a quarterback, though. Because you got to know everybody's positions and roles.
When I went to Buffalo and sat in Coach Leipold's meetings, and he's like, who do you want to sit in with? I want to sit in with the quarterbacks. And I was sitting in that room going, holy cow. I was like, you would not assume Buffalo would run that complex, but Lance, that's his offense he brought, and Andy Kotelnicki, they brought that offense, and they know it, like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
But if you're a true freshman and you're learning that, you're like, this isn't your high school playbook. Because I remember Southeast, a lot of our passing, we were very run dominant, but it was like number 1, number 2, number 3,
Right.
and that was
Passing
basically
tree.
your pass, and that was it.
Yeah. Speaking of quarterbacks, let's hear, because that's obviously a pretty big discussion point going into Saturday's game against Louisiana Tech. Let's talk about the quarterback decision and the quarterback battle going on, because on the depth chart that was released on Monday, it's no longer number 1 Jeff Sims, number 2 Heinrich Harburg. It is now number 1 Jeff Sims or Heinrich Harburg. So here's Marcus Satterfield.
I'm sure Coach would say the same thing. It's a day-to-day deal for us. Like, just go out and compete, see who's going to give us the best chance to win on Saturdays. So Jeff's healing up and getting back to stride, but Heinrich's having a good week coming off the last game. So we're just taking it day by day and see what happens.
Here's one more thing from Marcus Satterfield saying there's going to be times where both quarterbacks are going to need to move the ball.
No, I think if you this is coach talk. If you have 2, you don't have 1. So you want to have 1, but you also want to have the ability to put your, like we said earlier, to put your playmakers out there. So there's going to be certain times that when both quarterbacks aren't playing, then they're going to have times in the game where they're going to be asked to go out there and help us move the ball, because they're both too good of athletes to be standing over there with me.
They're both too good of athletes to be over there standing there with me.
I have, and I'm going to echo what Raff mentioned. I have no problem with both playing. I have no problem with both playing. My thing is this, though, regardless who's in there, I know this is going to sound like a dead dead horse, what do you want to call it, man?
You're beating a dead horse.
Yeah. Don't turn over the ball.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, that is my only thing. Don't turn over the ball.
I don't know, guys. Like I'm in the headspace of you can have both quarterbacks play this week, but you better have it figured out by Michigan.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing. Is like it's a different animal coming in than what Nebraska's played.
Yep.
These last 2 weeks. Like maybe there are packages for both, but you need to figure out and have it down and understood throughout from top to bottom what your game plan is going in.
Yep.
It can't be any of this on Friday or on Thursday being like, man, I don't know. We're still trying to figure out who's going to start. We're still, frankly, I hope they figure it out on Monday.
And I think too
Michigan.
that this game affords them that opportunity where they have that, where I think they can, where they can play on both and they can find who's going to be that starter, or that the guy is going to play predominantly against Michigan. But even with Michigan, and even I know he said you don't have two, if you don't have two, you don't have one.
If you have two,
even knowing going into Michigan, say, okay, Jeff Sims gets the nod, and you go, hey, we're with you, Jeff Sims. But if he does struggle, at least now you know
that's true,
that you have a chance to substitute.
You have a chance. Will you though?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to ask yourself this question, guys. So according to the staff, Jeff Sims has been able to practice a little bit, right? Matt Rule said on the radio show last night that he hasn't been able to go full. So there's that. Going into, I mean, this is obviously a hypothetical situation, and looking past Louisiana Tech and looking forward to Michigan, you have to ask yourself as a staff, does Jeff Sims and everything that comes with Jeff Sims, the big play capability that we saw in the 57-yard touchdown run, the speed, the athleticism, the passing ability, however you want to quantify that, does that constitute you playing him when he's not 100%? And does he give you, with all of those things that I just mentioned, and also the decision making, does that provide Nebraska the better chance to win than a 100% healthy Heiner Carberg? And that's what Nebraska staff has to ask him. Because if you go into that game and there's even a doubt in your mind of, man, Jeff probably shouldn't be playing today. But and you have a guy that maybe he's won you 2 games at that point.
Correct.
Sitting on the bench or playing tight end. You can't come out of that game saying, man, we should have played Heiner Carberg.
You're talking about against Louisiana Tech,
Michigan.
Michigan. Here's the thing with against Michigan, you guys, and I'm this is just me being old school, and I'm sure, well, it's not just me, all of us are this way. It's just football 101. If you turn the ball over, I'm taking you out.
And that's the thing is,
there is just no margin for error.
Yep.
If it's an unfortunate, I can see if you get sacked like Harburg did, because that wasn't on him. You know, that's our right tackle and some missed calls right there that should have got taken place. But if you turn the ball over, we cannot afford that. So whether that's Sims with everything he brings to the table, if you don't take care of the ball, it negates all of it. Harburg, if he comes in and he does the same thing, if he has a turnover, the good thing is, to Raff's point, to your point, I know I got someone who has proven they can run this offense. But I'm letting both of them know.
You've seen it in the game situation now.
Yeah, in a game situation. And that's why I think Saturday's crucial as well, because that's another time for Harburg to show his abilities. But I'm letting both guys know. It's just like Coach Osborne told those guys when they were going for the bowl game who was going to start between Tommy and Behringer. If you turn the ball over, you're going to be graded down dramatically. And if you turn the ball over in the game, you will get pulled out the game, even if just for a series to watch the game for 2. So I think that's crucial. My number one message is I'm going to grade them both out dramatically. But here's what I have to say about this Saturday. If Sims is not at least, I was saying 80 before, if he's not at least 90% or better healed, I'm not playing him Saturday. I'm just not.
And that's where it's like, I mean, honestly, guys.
Unless I absolutely had to and Harburg gets dinged up.
I'm in this mindset of like, Nebraska anywhere. I mean, this is not just a quarterback conversation.
We're thin.
They are, well, no, it's more so like nobody on this team yet has shown the ability to be able to take over a game, to impact the play in a positive way, specifically on the offense is what we're talking about. There's been nobody that's like given me the idea of like, no matter, even if he's dinged up, he's got to go because Nebraska needs him. There's nobody. Whether that's Jeff Sims, Heiner Carberg, Chubba Purdy, whether that's Anthony Grant, whether that's Alex Bullock, whoever it is, There's nobody that I'm sitting here going, he has to play for Nebraska to win.
You know what needs to happen? You need to play that clip. We some dogs out here, man.
Jamal Williams.
And it's the truth, man.
And that goes
truth.
That goes back to you too.
I'm telling Rico to order me another one before Chef Bob packs up. Order me another one.
Rico, you wrong for doing that, man. You gonna show that like that, man.
And then you're not sure. A lot of people are texting in, Sims has got to start because of explosive running game ability. Well, we're not sure where that explosive running game ability is at right now because you're coming off an ankle sprain.
Right.
So if you don't have that, that get up, then that takes away that,
I mean,
there's a lot of stuff that this game will bring to light, I think.
Like there's a good chance that Jeff Sims is your better quarterback. There's a good chance that he provides more of a spark for you on offense. Those can all be valid and true. But does he provide you that much more of a spark or much more of productive play to play him while he's hurt?
It's a risk.
To play him at 75% healthy when, guys, there's still 9 games left.
Yeah.
You still got 8 after this week.
You got to think long term.
You got a very long season, and everything, as much as the Minnesota and Colorado losses hurt, and I'm not saying Nebraska's winning the Big Ten West,
but they're in the thick of it.
Man, the Big Ten West is bad.
They're in the thick of it.
You got to think. It's just kind of like the Warren Buffett philosophy investing. You got to think long term.
Yep.
Because like it's you got to look at the risk reward of Sims right now too, man. This kid's not 100%. It's going to be. It's a risk.
How about this, guys? Before we get to break, we've had multiple texts on both sides of it to where it's you got to start Sims. You have to start Sims. We just got a text. I'm starting Harburg. You have to start Harburg. I mean, so it's honestly. I mean, here we are. There's no, and this is where I'm thankful I'm not the coach. There's no perfect way to go about this.
I don't care who they start. I'm supporting both of them. So let's get her done.
Yeah, I just want to win.
Did I sound like Larry the Cable Guy there? No.
You know what? If you thought you did, that's all that matters, big guy.
I love you, AD. You always support me.
Yeah, I do too. You can do anything you put your mind to, Raff.
Love you, Nick.
Folks, we love you too. That's the Barney. I love you. You love me. That was before Nick's time. We'll be back.
It's not Barney. I love Barney.
He was like, I had a party pajama set. We'll be back. 97 ticket.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their new pizza bagel with pepperoni and fresh mozzarella grilled on a sun-dried tomato bagel. And try their Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. Just go out there and do your best, kid. But your best isn't good enough. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field. We need your support. Suit up. It's game time.
Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sip, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Houses? They're expensive, and once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
The first half of the high school football season in the state of Nebraska has come and gone, so we turn our attention to week 5, and we have you covered right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night as we bring you a Class B matchup here on The Ticket. It's the Creek Cardinals traveling to Lincoln to face off against the Thunderbolts of Lincoln Pius X. The Cardinals look to stay above 500 here in 2023, while the Thunderbolts look to bounce back after a disappointing loss at Bennington last week. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. from Aldrich Field, while we have pregame starting at 6:40 p.m. And you can hear all the action between Crete and Pius X unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We are proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom.
Hey.
And over the break, we got some news.
I was just gonna say a little breaking news.
Breaking news.
Maybe
Are we twins?
Are we doing the same news when we didn't even talk
We
about
might be
it?
doing the same news.
Is it football related?
Yes, it is.
Is it Cleveland Browns related?
Yes, it is.
Kareem Hunt back with the Browns on a 4-year deal or $4 million deal.
One
for
year,
1 year.
up to $4 million.
Yep, there you go. So they found their veteran running back. I thought Ford did just fine.
Yeah, he came in. He had some explosive plays.
But nope.
But when you're
unfortunately.
running against that defense, there's a lot of explosive plays to be had. I was knowing AD's not paying attention.
He
on
is
that
not
one.
paying attention.
I'm just looking at. I'm just looking at Nick's text right now.
Hopefully
you do.
Ask Nick Chubb about exploded plays, exploded knees.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon. I'm sorry.
Too soon.
Nick Chubb. I feel for you. I mean, that was so nasty.
I couldn't.
Have you still not seen it?
I actually
He
saw
saw a
it
picture.
because I was going
Okay.
through Twitter.
Yep.
And it just popped up.
Yep.
And I'm just like,
Inverted.
Yeah, I was like, I can't even look. I mean,
It's
it went by.
completely-
I just kept scrolling. I see it enough. I was like, I can't look at that, man.
Yep. All right, Raff, you ready for a little good take action?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now.
There you go. What you
Love
got
that
for us?
song. All right. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Coach Matthew Taylor. I might have given the Raff's Good Take to him before, but I'll tell you what. We talk about the gentleman that texted in about finding people that kind of inspire you every day or put a smile on your face. But Coach Taylor, what he does for the community and he loves baseball, bigger than baseball. That's his motto, bigger than baseball. And what he does for like all the young kids, he says no to nobody. If somebody wants, baseball instruction or coached, he's always there, always positive, always positive to the show for us, but just a darn good guy, great dad, great husband, great person. And it's just cool that, the community has people like Coach Taylor around. So you're my Raff's Good Take, brother.
Appreciate it, Coach T. Appreciate it. Well-deserved RGT. The AD Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. IOC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, and weekends, help ensure meaningful life for the people you support and helping to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. You know, folks, here's the reality. We're talking with Garbala just a little bit about this as well. And each morning, folks, we have a choice of how we're gonna make that day. We don't have a choice of what's going to happen to us, but we do have a choice on how we're going to start our day. And I say this all the time to myself, AD, win your morning. Win your morning. If you win your morning, that first 10 minutes, you know, how you start your day, you got a better chance winning your afternoon. You win your afternoon, you got a better chance winning your days. Those days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years, folks. So win your mornings in order to have a better chance to win your days. You have a choice of the attitude you take towards that first 10 or 15 minutes. Win your morning.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Definitely a great time with you gentlemen every morning.
Shout out once again to Heavenly Waffles.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Man.
Once again, we are drawing at the end of
Football
old school.
tickets.
If you come in, purchase a coffee from the mill. Oh, yeah, it's just a coffee. Just a couple bucks. You can win a couple tickets to Nebraska, Louisiana Tech. We're going to give away tickets today, tomorrow, and Friday. So we have a couple pairs there. And come on in. All you got to do is purchase a coffee to get your name entered to win. And we'll draw at the end of old school today at 6 p.m.
Perfect. Everyone, have a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Acres, your John Deere dealer, is offering hot financing on all new compact tractors. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 84. You buy any new John Deere compact tractor, and with a variety of attachments, you'll make quick work of chores around your acreage. From mowing to grading and moving large loads, Acres has a John Deere tractor to handle your toughest projects. Don't delay. Visit your local Acres store to take advantage of this great offer. Acres, solutions for every field. Offer expires September 30th, 2023, subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Wings Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very